Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. I am here with another reading vlog as always, and it is Sunday, which means it's my reading day. It's the one day a week I actually assign myself a day of rest. As you can tell, I'm still in my pajamas, the hair is up, I am ready to go live on TikTok as I always do, and yeah. So let's chat a little bit about what I am actually going to read. So the audiobook's already been on this morning while I finished editing my weekly socials, and yeah, I've started this Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi. Now, I think I'm about 10% in. It's a chunkier book. I just kind of want to finish off my Tahereh Mafi books. I don't intend to finish the rest of the series. I'm aware there's a fourth book being released, I think, soon. But yeah, and to be honest, it's not the best I've ever listened to, and it's probably the first book I've contemplated DNFing in audio. That being said, I'm going to go with it. Try and listen to a bit more audio this week than normal, but it's not really hooking me. I kind of want to pick up the second book after Kindling. Anywho, as I've just said, I'm about to go live, so I will be picking up An Evil Mind by Chris Carter. My plan is actually to get that finished today because I am currently, I think, 160 pages from the end, and I tend to get out a good 200 pages on live, so I should be able to finish it. It's just a case of what I pick up next. I haven't actually decided. I might have a bit of a Dreamlight Valley afternoon, or maybe game with my partner. I haven't actually decided yet. We have a dog coming over tonight, so yeah. But it is going to be a reading fueled morning, and I cannot wait for the cozy vibes. I am very tired. I haven't really rested in the past week, so yeah. I'm definitely looking forward to just being able to read, relax and chill, so come along with me and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Morning and happy Monday. You know what this means. Stevie's joining us today anyway. I need some emotional support to get through a Monday. But let's talk about yesterday. So I did start An Evil Mind by Chris Carter, and I finished it. What a book. If you're in my live, you will know the jaw-dropping moments in that. The full rating is coming, but I still haven't rated a thriller 5 stars, which is wild. But it was very, very close. The ending was just a little bit disappointing. Not disappointing, that's the wrong word, but I just feel like I wanted a different answer. Or more of an answer. But because if it's a series, that rating may change if I pick up the next one. But yeah, for now, not quite a 5-star read. So I did actually pick up another book, and I picked up Copy, Kill, Repeat by Steve Cornwell. And this was sort of brought to my attention by the author on TikTok. He commented on one of my videos saying that because I liked Chris Carter, I may like his books. And as it's available on Kindle Unlimited, I thought I'd give it a go, and I read 34 pages. I actually didn't read again after I came off live at lunchtime. I had a very productive afternoon. I cleaned the upstairs of the house, so I did the cleaning Saturday downstairs. I did the upstairs yesterday. I edited 2 booktube videos, a load of TikToks, an Insta, and I just, yeah, had a really productive afternoon. And then my sister came over for a little bit, and then I chilled, watched Strictly, and I actually coloured last night for the first time in a while. And it was therapeutic until my gel pens didn't work. Then it just went to shit. So I didn't finish it, but I'm going to hopefully finish it. So that being said, I did listen to my audiobook, which is This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi, and I might actually try and listen to more of that today. I might call it tonight if my order of gel pens arrives. So I've ordered a gel pen from Colour Eek, and I'm hoping that it's better than the ones I got from Amazon anyway. But yeah, that's the plan. They're the 2 books I'm going to read today. I'm going to sit down and read for a little bit now before I go to work because the weather is rubbish. My main road is close, so it's going to be a nightmare for me to get to work on foot or in car. So yeah, happy Monday guys, but this is the last Monday that I have to get up at 5:30 for a week, so 4 more get-ups, guys. And to be fair, 2 of them are 5:30s, 2 of them are going to be later because I'll be working from home and it's a training day. So we're doing all right. So yeah, that's my little update. I will bring you along with me. The weather sounds like it's a bit wet out there, so have a lovely cosy Monday. Good morning and happy Tuesday. 3 more get ups, guys. But then I'm like compartmentalising it all. 1 more get up at 5:30. Then Thursday, I've got PPA, so I'm gonna have an extra hour in bed. And Friday, it's training day, so I don't need to be until like 8, half 8. So I can have a lie in those last 2 days. What I call a lie. Anyway, I'm chuntering on at you already because I haven't got much to talk to you about. I think, did I get content yesterday? I don't think I did. No, I don't think I got content yesterday. Yesterday went to shit. If I did get content, it'll be there. But I don't remember. It's a bit of a blur. It was Monday. Mondays are a struggle for me at the moment. And yeah. But what I did do was pick up Copy, Kill, Repeat after work for a little bit. So I did finish at 3:30, but only read for about half an hour. Because, let's just say, Mother Nature struck and Jesus Christ did it strike. I was so unwell last night and I'm not brilliant today, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get read. That being said, I have already read this morning, so I got up at 5:30 and was umming and ahhing about going into work full stop, but then decided my anxiety takes over more and I will go into work. So I have read a little bit of Copy, Kill, Repeat, and I only read 14 pages yesterday, but I have read that today, and my intention was to read after work, but then realising I've got my counselling, so that won't happen. And tonight I'm actually hoping that I'm going to have an order when I get home from work from Colourweek, so I might colour with my audiobook. And if that is the case, I'm obviously still listening to This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, and I am getting a little more intrigued now. It's actually quite good. Now I've figured out what the hell is going on, it's become my like go-to for like colouring, and I'm kind of feeling more colouring than reading, so I'm kind of teetering out a bit with the reading now. So that is the plan. I will try and bring you with me. We'll see how I feel. If I still feel rough, it might be that I'm in bed. But I have been looking at desks where I can colour in bed so that when I do feel like this, I can still do things that I enjoy. To be fair, if I'm feeling rough, I will pick up my book because I don't feel that rough that I can't. But yeah, that is the plan today. It's awful weather out there, guys. My road is closed. So wish me luck as I take a massive diversion, which probably would be quicker if I walked, but I'm not walking in the pouring rain. That's my quick update because I'm actually running late with and ahhing about going in. So have a great Tuesday. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I have no idea what day of the week it is. I think I'm a day ahead, which doesn't help. The children break up tomorrow, so I think that's why I think it's Thursday because, you know, but I am actually working the Friday, just not with children in class. But anyway, that's aside. No. Let's talk about yesterday. Unfortunately, my Colourweek order did not arrive, and nothing to do with Colourweek. Every are just slack at the moment. They've had hold of my parcel since Saturday, and I've just opted to not send it out yet. It should hopefully arrive today, in which case, yeah, we'll see. So the only thing I did read yesterday was Copy, Kill, Repeat by Steve Cornwell, and I can't remember how many, I didn't actually log my pages. I need to do that. I read quite a few pages. I'm up to, I think I got up to 38% last night, but then I've got up this morning. I'm still not feeling cracking. Did contemplate maybe that I needed to be off, but I am going to go in. It's 2 more days with the kids. I've got a power on. So yeah, so I have read this morning and got to 47% of the same book. If my Colourweek order does come, I am going to put my headphones on and colour tonight, and that will be This Woven Kingdom. However, I am contemplating picking up Copy, Kill, Repeat in audio. I like the book, I like the premise. It's very twisty and it is a little bit Chris Carter-esque. However, they change the point of view quite rapidly in mid-chapter with no like indication. So I am struggling a little bit with that. So it's the writing style I'm not taking to, not the story. So I might put it in my ears because maybe the change of character voice, if it's well narrated, will help with that. But I don't know if it's available on audiobooks. I need to look. In which case I'll put that on for now and then save This Woven Kingdom for later. But yeah, so that is the plan for today. I have already read and I'm up, like I said, up to 47%. That is the plan. I am going to hop straight off to work now. The weather is grim. My road is closed, so I'm going to have to walk because I drove yesterday and it took, what is a 2-minute drive in the car took me 15. so I'm not going to bother, and it took me 20 minutes to get home in the car, so I'm going to walk home whatever the weather instead of my other half picking me up, because honestly it's going to take him like 20 minutes to pick me up and then another 20 to get home, and I just think I can be home in 10 minutes, and yes, I'll be tired, but it's fine. The headspace will probably do me good. But that is my update. I'll try and bring you on with me. I did get a snippet, I think, of me reading with the aesthetic on yesterday. Sorry guys, the last week of term I think my content just slips, but next week I'm off and I've got a few fun things planned. So hopefully next week's vlog will be a bit better. But yeah, come along with me and have a lovely Wednesday. Good morning and happy Thursday. I actually remembered to do one this week, so we're just going to move you further away because I don't like the viewpoint. So let's talk quickly about yesterday. I didn't get much footage, however, what did happen is I did settle down and colour for a good couple of hours last night, and oh my gosh did I need it. And as I said, I was going to read, I'm still going to mess with this, there we go. I still did pick up Copy Kill Repeat by Steve Cornwell, and I actually ended up finishing it. So I switched to audio while I was colouring because it wasn't fully hooking me physically, unfortunately. I have put my review out on Insta and I have filmed it for TikTok, but I don't know if I'll have posted it yet. That being said, good premise for a thriller, but just not for me. When I changed to audio as well, the audio was pretty glitchy and like, not glitchy, but like it was the same person for all the characters and he didn't change his voice at all. So I'd gone to audio to try and distinguish the characters and it just made it worse. So yeah, I think the reason I didn't take to it is because it has been compared to a Chris Carter book, and I actually read that on the back of a Chris Carter, and I actually disagree. I don't think it's anything like Chris Carter. Chris Carter can hook you for 500 pages. This was 275 and it didn't hook me towards the end. So yeah, not quite like what I was expecting, but I have been really kind and generous because they are over on my TikTok. They do follow me and I don't want to be rude. It's still a good thriller for newbies to thrillers, I think, just not for someone like me that's very well read in them. But that is that. So let's talk about today. So I've had my audiobook on already this morning. I am working from home till dinner time and I have read, listened to This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi. I cannot get my words out today. And I've actually upped the speed on it because I'm like, what the hell? It's not gripping me and I don't know if I'm starting to slump or if it's just because it's fantasy. I do like the premise of it. It is keeping me like going and I am really productive when I have it on. So it is still a reasonable read. I'm about halfway now, so I don't think I'll listen to any more now because I've just popped away because I need to have a shower. I cracked on and got on my computer early this morning and got loads of stuff done. So I have just come down to film this before I go and have a shower. And then it will be into work. And then tonight, the plan is to start a new physical. Now, the only thing is, I can't tell you what I'm about to start. I don't know what I want to read. I've just gone to the TBR jar and started pulling out books. And then I've gone, nah, I don't want to read that. No, I don't want to read that. So that's not going to work. I am, however, going to film a November TBR where I think I'm going to let that pick it. That being said, I am eyeing up my MJ Arledge books. I now realise that things aren't going to trigger me anymore, so I think I'm going to pick up one of those because, yeah, I'm either aiming for The Wrong Child or Your Child Next because that completes my MJ Arledge collection if I read both of those. So I need to read one of those, and then I've just got Into the Fire to read later on. So yeah, I will let you know tomorrow what I decided to pick up, but I do intend to have a really cosy reading night. I coloured a lot last night and I have woken up with headache today. So I don't know if they're related or it's just that I'm tired because we are on the last day of term for the children and then I have a training day tomorrow. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to have a cosy reading night after I've done the food shop and just, yeah, see what book I pick. It'll be a nice surprise, but I'll bring that to you tomorrow. But that's my little catch up, guys. Have a lovely Thursday and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. And happy Friday. I'm adamant it's Saturday. I was adamant it was Friday yesterday, to be fair. So let me talk to you about yesterday. I think I gave you a bit of an update and I did listen to quite a lot of This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi and I read about 120 pages of that, well, listened to. I've increased the speed. The dialogue's quite slow in the book. I could probably get that finished this weekend, to be honest. I I think about 5 hours left on it. So yeah, sorry, I got a work message while recording this. But yeah, today is the last day of term. However, it is a training day, so there are no children today, hence why I'm in my hoodie. But it does feel good to be able to straighten my hair and feel good, as I am off out tonight. But we're talking about books. So I talked about This Woven Kingdom. I have listened to a little bit more of that this morning, and I may potentially put it on when I get home from work. I'm going to see on my mood. I'm at the back end of a migraine. I ended up with a full migraine last night that I actually went to bed at 8 o'clock, and I don't do that, and I slept till 6. So that tells you I had a migraine yesterday. So I might end up doing my audiobook with like something less strenuous than reading and trying to concentrate. That being said, I told you I didn't know what I was going to read yesterday, and I actually ended up picking up Keep It in the Family by John Marrs. I've done this and then realised I actually have a series I need to read before I read the ARC copy I've got sat in my NetGalley shelf. So yeah, I should have picked up that series, but never mind. So we started Keep It in the Family. I'm very intrigued. I'm a bit confused at the moment, but we're only 50 pages in, so I'm giving it time. It's a John Marrs book. It normally has to start a bit like that, and then it just goes bam, you kill me first, with the exact same. So that being said, if this headache stays clear, I'm still a bit groggy, then I'm going to read Keep It in the Family when I get home. I finish at 2:30, guys. I am loving these Friday early finishes. So I'm just going to sit and read my book. I may go to the library. I'm going to see how I feel. But my book will be with me, and I intend to read that. But then, like I've just said, I'm at the bingo tonight, so I'm not going to be reading much, and there is no live on Patreon. But yeah, that is the plan for the day. I'm going to fly into work now, get loads done, and be ready for next term, so I don't even have to think about work over the holidays. But yeah, last day of term, guys. Happy Friday. Good morning and happy Saturday. Happy weekend. I don't think I have much to talk to you about for yesterday. I got no footage. Yesterday was a whirlwind of a day, so I did listen to my audiobook, which I think I'd mentioned prior to that, and that was This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi, and I have had that on this morning while I've done some jobs, and I have about an hour to go. I think it says an hour and 50, but I'm listening to it on 1.8 speed because the narration is quite slow. I don't normally have it on so fast, so I've probably got about an hour and 10 to go in my kind of speed. It's picked up a little bit. It's okay. It's not gripping. It's not... I definitely won't be picking up the rest of the series anyway, and I'll probably put that one on my Vinted if I'm being honest, because it's just one in a series that I can get rid of. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad book. It was definitely still well within the 3s and potentially into the 4 if the ending does pick up. But yeah, that is that. And the other book I managed to pick up for all of about 5 minutes last night was Keep It in the Family by John Marrs. I went to the bingo and I intend to film footage, but I just completely forgot. I hit another migraine, which I think I mentioned yesterday that I'd had one Thursday, and I actually hit another one while I was at work, and then it kept coming and going all day, and painkillers weren't really doing anything, so I kind of had to just go with the flow with that. So I was kind of sat at the bingo dozing. We did win, not a lot, but we did win. So it's always nice to have a shout and call for bingo. But yeah, so Keep It in the Family is what we're talking about, and I read about 15 pages. I'm really intrigued by the premise. It's just kicked off as I had to put it down last night to get some sleep. So my plan is to try and read some more of that today. However, I decided to get up, do the housework, and do loads of stuff I don't have time for because I have my nephew all day. So I probably won't get much reading done unless I read while he naps. But the plan tonight is to read a little bit before Strictly Come Dancing because my nephew should be gone by tea time, but who knows. So yeah, that is the plan. And obviously this is the last chatty video. I'll bring you one at the end of the day if I can remember, or if not tomorrow morning. But I need to go and post some parcels, get these sorted because they're just not on my face at all. Yes, I had this conversation with you last week, but the child in question grabbed them again. So they do need altering again, and I think they've just slackened off and off and off as the week's gone on. So I'm going to fly down to Specsavers, post my parcels, maybe treat myself to a cheeky little Costa, and then come home and have my nephew. So I'll try and bring you some footage as and when I can. But yeah, have a lovely weekend. Good morning. This is the last video of the vlog. I was all ready to film this last night, but I didn't. I ended up I don't know. I started editing stuff and just never filmed this video. So let me talk to you a little bit about yesterday, just to end this video. I actually didn't read much at all. However, I say that I read 115 pages of This Woven Kingdom, by Tahara Mafi, and that was because I ended up starting doing jobs and stuff. So yeah, that was that. And then I did pick up Keep It in the Family by John Mars, but I don't think I read much of that at all. Yesterday was busy. I had my nephew literally from 11 till like 6, and then I literally had tea, watched Strictly, tried to come and edit most of my socials, and then went to bed. I don't feel like I've had an extra hour, so yeah. But anyway, I'm sorry this vlog hasn't been the best, but I'm off work now for a week, so come with me on a lot of adventures in the next week, hopefully. But yeah, that's the plan. This is the end of the vlog. Thank you for joining me, guys, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you all on the next video.